The Sims 4 Get to Work is the very first expansion pack for The Sims 4, released back in 2015. I've made plenty of videos covering features from newer packs, so I thought why not look back at some of the older ones, starting with this pack. Hello everyone, this is Abi aka Only Abi Doang. Yes, I started using Facecam since 26 videos ago, and today I'm going to talk about 10 features that you may not know in The Sims 4 Get to Work expansion pack. And since this pack includes the Doctor Active career, I'm also wearing my usual Doctor Scrub. Yes, I'm actually a general practitioner in real life, and no, I didn't spend several hours playing chess just to get here. Anyway, without further ado, let's check out the first feature, shall we? Aliens are the occult introduced in this pack. You might already know some of their well-known powers, such as empathizing with other Sims, reading their personalities, or even wiping their memories with brain power. But they also have some additional abilities not many players know. Aliens can transmute metals and crystals, turning them into a random new mineral. This drains their brain power though, so they need several hours to cool down before doing it again. They can also revive dead alien critters, which helps a lot if you're trying to complete the alien critter collection. They also have a unique secret handshake that they can perform with other aliens and even with half alien offspring who no longer have alien powers. Aliens can prank other Sims by scaring them using their probing device too. As most players know, aliens disguise themselves when outside their homeworld. You might not realize your friend, neighbor, or even romantic partner is an alien until you play as them. However, there are ways to expose them. If you upgrade the satellite dish in the scientist career, you can reveal disguised aliens nearby. And if an alien experiences a strong emotion, usually the second stage of that emotion, like very sad, very angry, etc., they will emit a glowing aura that's visible even with their disguise on. Still talking about aliens, they also play a small part in some of the careers introduced in Get to Work. I'm talking about the detective and the doctor career. Not the scientist career though, because aliens are heavily involved there. Anyway, when playing as a detective, you're usually tasked to scan the fingerprints of the prisoners there. But there's a small chance one of the prisoners will show a warning when scanned. Turns out that's what happens if the prisoner is a disguised alien, and you can expose them this way. Meanwhile, in the doctor career, you can choose to examine your patient using the X-ray machine. But there's a rare chance the X-ray also shows an error. Turns out that you can reveal a disguised alien as well if it happens to be your patient. You can even perform surgery on them. Successfully doing so unlocks a hidden achievement called Autopsy Turvy. Man, it must be a really hard time with all the different anatomy and all. These aliens must come from somewhere, and you can actually visit their homeworld. There are two ways to visit it. First of all, if your sim has a rocket and has level 10 of the rocket science skill, there will be an upgrade to allow your rocket ship to go through a wormhole. It takes hours to add, and after you've done, there's the option to travel through the wormhole. And after you leave, you'll be brought straight to planet Sixam, the homeworld of the aliens. The second method is by becoming a scientist. At one point, you'll be able to create the Electroflux wormhole generator as one of your inventions. After creating one, you can use it to contact aliens and test its environment, but not travel through it yet. You need to reach level 10 of the scientist career in order to upgrade the portal. Once done, the option to go through it will be there and you can go to planet Sixam that way. Keep in mind that even if you go to the planet through the rocket method, you still need to go through the same portal to go back home. Now let's take a look at planet Sixam itself. It is filled with floating rocks, unusual flora, pools of glowing alien liquid, and even an inaccessible alien city visible in the distance. There is also another planet seen in the sky near Sixam. This area is considered a hidden world since you cannot enter it through the regular map view. It only has one district and one lot, and you cannot modify it unless you use cheats. You can find various exclusive things here. There are mineral deposits to obtain metals, crystal clusters that produce unique alien crystals that exist only on this planet, and geode nodes that give you exclusive geode collectibles. You can also find 3 types of alien plants called Glow Orb, Quill Fruit, and Fang Flower, which you can harvest and replant back at home. They can also be sold for a generous amount of simoleons or be used as one of the Tainted Serums ingredients. There are also these strange looking holes where you can collect alien critters here. Aliens often wander around this area without their disguises, and you can freely interact with them like normal. Planet Sixam may seem empty at first, but there's a rare instance where it's full of life. You see, if your sim is in the top level of the scientist career, have unlocked the upgraded version of the wormhole portal, and then place it somewhere in the lab, There's a chance that the next time your scientists go to work again, you may be met with this unique work event where you're tasked to go to the alien world because there's a special event there. And once you're there, you'll be surprised with an alien party instead. The area that was usually empty will be filled with partying aliens, tables, couches, bars, musical instruments, and some random decorations. You'll also have these new job tasks where you have to talk to the aliens, taste their version of Earth drinks, and many others. Judging by these tasks and the way the area is bizarrely decorated, it seems that this isn't an alien party in a way, but rather a human party held by the aliens to celebrate human culture. Let's talk about the scientist's career a bit more. Aside from the wormhole generator, one of the inventions you can create is the cloning machine. And this is probably one of the most overpowered items in the entire game. As the name implies, you can clone objects with it, although only one tile-sized objects can be copied. At first, the machine may fail and only produce a strange unfinished cube instead. It may even break, which requires repairs. However, if your sim is in a positive mood such as focused or inspired, or if they have reached higher levels in the scientist's career, the success rate becomes much higher. You can essentially clone valuable objects endlessly and become rich fast. You can also clone rare items such as craftables, money tree seeds, rare potions, or even a plate of ambrosia. Once you reach level 8 of the scientist's career, you can upgrade the cloning machine even further so it can clone sims. You can either clone the sim you are playing or another sim nearby, but keep in mind that the clone will automatically move into your household. When successful, the clone will have the same physical appearance, clothing, skills, and traits as the original sim, but they will not share the same first name, career, or relationships. The game treats the clone as the original sim's sibling in the family tree instead. So if you want to create a narcissistic lone love story, no can do. There is also a special interaction available between a sim and their clone, where they both perform a mirror-like gesture that copies each other's movements, called the mirror game. However, there is a chance that the cloning process fails. When that happens, the clone will turn into an evil version instead. They will have the evil, erratic, and mean traits, and will have red eyes rather than their original eye color. So honestly, even the failed result ends up being pretty cool. Oh, and by the way, if my videos have been useful for you so far and you want to support the channel even more, feel free to hit the subscribe button if you haven't, because doing so really helps the channel a lot. Alright, let's move on. The doctors in this game also have some unique abilities. If a doctor reaches level 6 in the career, they can actually determine the gender of a pregnant sim's baby. This can only be done once the pregnancy has entered the second trimester. To perform it, the doctor simply examines the sim by placing their hand on the sim's belly. Yeah, who needs ultrasounds? We got the power of the sim's logic right here. After doing so, the baby's gender will appear in a notification. This method will not reveal whether the pregnancy involves twins or triplets though. If the sim is expecting multiple babies, the doctor will still only reveal the gender of one of them. Additionally, once a doctor reaches level 8 in the career, they will earn the sickness resistance reward trait. This trait makes them much less likely to get sick and also allows them to recover faster when they do. The best part is that the trait stays permanently, even if they leave the doctor career later on. Let's go back to the scientist career real quick. One of the inventions scientists can create along the way is called the satellite dish. It has various functions, such as contacting aliens to increase abduction chance, starting a hive mind that controls sims around to do various silly stuff, and some others. But there's one hidden function with this when placed in your home lot. If you choose to watch the TV, a new TV channel will be unlocked with the weird name consisting of symbols. Turns out it's an alien TV channel showing various programs, and like most TV channels, it's recorded in The Sims 3. There's an alien news broadcast reporting what looks like an invasion of feral human clones rampaging across their planet, a cooking show featuring an alien preparing a plate of lobster for some reason, a sports program showing a jetpack racing competition complete with commentary, and even an alien sitcom about a family of 4, which seems to be a reference to the TV show Married with Children. If an actual alien watches this channel, they may either feel happy because they get to watch their home here, or feel sad because they begin to get homesick. Still in the scientist's career, serums are another thing scientists can craft. They basically act as potions that grant special effects, such as influencing emotions, restoring needs, resetting aging, altering physical appearance, preventing death, and more. But aside from making the regular versions, you can also create Tainted Serums, which are guaranteed to produce failed or unexpected results. To unlock Tainted Serums, your scientist needs to test a normal version of that serum 3 times, either on themselves or on other sims. After that, the Tainted recipe becomes available. Each Tainted Serum has its own twist. For example, the Tainted Alien Aura Serum, instead of giving temporary alien powers, will make your sim pass out for an hour. The Tainted Red Hot Serum, which normally makes you angry, will make you happy instead. The Tainted Slimify Serum makes your sim gain weight instead of slimming down. And the Tainted Ghost Goose Serum, which normally turns you into a temporary ghost, will summon Grim Reaper instead. He will also slap your sim right after that, making this a hilarious way to summon Grim without actually having to kill anyone. Okay, I'm pretty sure most of you already know about this next one from the previous games, but it's still pretty hidden to some. At random times, your sim may be abducted by aliens outside. A UFO will appear from the sky, suck your sim into it, and then disappear into the sky. After a few in-game hours, your sim will be returned home, usually with either a positive or negative buff depending on how the abduction went. Now, if your sim is a female, that's usually where it ends. But if a male sim gets abducted, there is a chance that a few days later, his stomach will start growing bigger and bigger, almost like he's pregnant. And that's because he actually is. After the belly reaches its peak size, he will go into labor and give birth to a full-on alien baby. Once the alien baby is there, you can choose to send the alien baby back to the homeworld. If so, the baby will be teleported away and you'll never get to see them again. If you decide to have them, once they get older, they will start to develop alien abilities as mentioned before. Also, if you check out their family tree, you'll notice that an alien called Senior Polynesian Technician number 3 is assigned as their mother. She is hidden by default and you cannot meet her easily in the game unless you use mods to summon her. The game may even randomly summon her somewhere in the world, but that can be hard to encounter. And for the final entry, I'm going to show some cross-pack features this pack has with others. With the Discover University pack, certain degrees can help you start the get-to-work careers in a higher position. A physics degree boosts you into the scientist career, a biology degree boosts you into the doctor career, and a psychology degree boosts you into the detective career. If you graduate with a distinguished degree and honors, you may start even further into the career ladder. With the Get Together pack, every Tuesday night becomes Alien Night at bars. Aliens get discounted drinks and you'll see the place filled with both disguised and undisguised aliens hanging out. Certain features from this pack, such as cloning valuable objects or traveling to Sixam, can actually boost your sim's fame level if you also have the Get Famous pack installed. If your sim frequently plays with the Doctor playset from the Parenthood pack as a child, then grows up and joins the Doctor career later, they will receive a special positive buff for fulfilling their childhood dream. Aw, that's so cute. You can clone just about anything with the cloning machine, including objects or collectibles from other packs. The same applies to items sold through the retail system as well. You can also use the sim ray to transform objects into random items from other packs, like turning a toilet into a chicken from the Codex Living pack for some reason. If you have the High School Years pack and your sim attends a career day event at the school, doctors and detectives may show up as guest speakers. With Get Together, you can create an alien-only club or set club activities like baking or using alien powers. The same idea applies to running small businesses with Business and Hobbies pack, or organizing getaways when you have the Adventure Aways pack. This next one isn't exactly a cross-pack feature since burglars were patched into the base game in 2025, but aliens can actually scare burglars by erasing their memories. Scientists can also stop burglars by using the sim ray to freeze them, change their clothing, or control their minds, which makes the burglar flee afterward. So those are 10 features that you may not know in the Sims 4 Get to Work expansion pack. So what do you think of these features? Do you know some other not well known features from this pack? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope that you find the video very helpful, and if you do and want more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. See you later!